in by helicopter later this morning and has a packed programme ahead of her. Our Sussex reporter Bryony Leyland looks ahead to the visit.
The Queen's visit is the talk of the town. Nothing's being left to chance, with every last spot of offending dust being swept away. During a packed visit, she'll officially open the vast Priory Meadows shopping centre, which has actually been trading since March.
People, generally speaking, like the centre, and I think Hastings likes it from the point of view that at long last they've got their own shopping centre and they don't have to go off to places like Eastbourne and Tunbridge Wells anymore.
And Hastings is also showing off its more quirky side.
Winkle up. Yeah, he's got it. See them all.
This pair run the Winkle Society. As the Queen will discover, members carry winkles, and if they can't produce them when asked to winkle up, they pay a fine which goes to charity. As a woman, she's excluded from joining, but she will be offered a souvenir winkle to remember Hastings by.
Mind your way. That's good. Oh, isn't it? No, she might not. Just stand there. Stand there.
I'll wait for it to come back.
Just come out.
There you are. Yeah. Beth, you want to stand on your shoulders?
Suppose she's all right.
It's right there. There's Nick.
Rachel, come on. Rachel, come on.
Where thousands turned out to greet her. Among her stops was Hastings College, where students have spent weeks preparing to greet her. We have two reports on the town's big day. The first from Jonathan Mendenhall.
Don't speak unless you're spoken to. It's Your Majesty to start with and Ma'am after that. The students at Hastings College have been drilled in protocol for weeks. But there have been grumbles. Some youngsters claim budgets were cut at the college at the same time that £3,000 was spent providing a special restroom and toilet for the Queen. The college formally told the students yesterday it is an inaccurate and exaggerated rumour. Anyway, on this big day there were no complaints. The students were thrilled at the sight of their sovereign on the college campus.
Slightly nervous, yeah, but she's a very nice person. It's just a shock really to see her, real.
Were you a bit nervous?
Yeah.
She asked if I came here often, and I said occasionally, and I said I was being very pampered today.
She didn't ask for her feet to be done overnight?
No, she just took one look and I think she thought, no, not today.
The temperature had started rising in the kitchen some weeks before when it was confirmed that Her Majesty would be eating in the restaurant staffed by catering trainees. Menus had been vetted by Buckingham Palace. The Queen likes plain food, is not fond of exotic sauces, The palace always requests that local fare is served. The prestige of supplying the Queen boosts businesses in the area long after she's gone. A week ago, the trainees in the kitchen were feeling nervous but honoured.
I think it's once in a lifetime opportunity to serve the Queen, or any member of the royal family, especially the Queen.
And what will you be doing on the day?
We're not entirely sure at the moment. It's been kept a secret really, so no one gets too nervous about it. But I'm hoping I might get to serve her, but I'm not sure yet.
It's nice to say, as I'm coming to the end of the course as well, and something to say to my future employees, and that's a once in a lifetime opportunity, really.
I'll be worried for my students because I want it to be a brilliant day for them.
The menu: cold asparagus soup, roast marsh lamb, followed by fresh raspberries and passion fruit, washed down by the finest wine and a champagne toast. Sadly, the press were not allowed to witness the feasting of a monarch.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, perhaps, for some of them. And I think they feel that it suddenly makes them feel, well, oh gosh, the college is good enough to host a lunch for the Queen.
Also on the menu today, a visit to a very special school indeed, West St Leonard's Primary. It's the first school in Europe purpose-built to integrate mainstream and special needs children. Her Majesty watched a performance of gymnastics, dance and music. One day, these youngsters probably will be telling their own children about the day they met the Queen. And judging by her reception today, it'll be a story told with great pride and affection. Jonathan Mendenhall in Hastings for Meridian Tonight.
So she was given a golden brooch by the exclusive Winkle Club. The ceremony was witnessed by thousands before the royal visitor went on a tour of the town. Patrick Muirhead has our second report.
30 years they waited for their monarch. Today, thousands stood and watched her arrival in the old town. At Winkle Island, home of the ancient Winkle Club, the Queen was bestowed with a rare honour by the club's president, a gold Winkle brooch. The Winkle is the symbol of the fishermen's charity. Any member leaving home without one about his person does so at his peril.
Morning, John. Winkle up. Same to you, John. Here we are, there's mine. We just winkle each other up. If you approach another member and say winkle up, if he can't produce it, he has to pay a fine.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes. Purposely sometimes to get some money in.
The Queen Mother was the last royal recipient of the Winkle in 1980. Others honoured include Sir Winston Churchill and Prince Philip during the Queen's last visit in 1966. There was time today for Her Majesty to meet Nellie Barnes, just a fortnight short of her 107th birthday. The crowd was ecstatic as the royal visitor went walkabout, receiving flowers and good wishes. The lucky ones had a bird's eye view.
Oh, it's wonderful to meet the Queen. I can't believe it. The children are so glad. I never thought it could happen one day.
It's wonderful for Hastings.
At the Shipwreck Centre, the Queen was shown a pair of 16th century gunpowder breeches, but declined a glass of wine. This vintage is 250 years old. The lifeboatmen were able to tell the Queen about their new vessel as she continued through the buzzing streets. And at the Fisherman's Museum, precious moments for a schoolboy showing off a model made by his classmates.
Well, I was very honoured to be picked, and really nice feeling.
What did you think of her?
Nice person.
A short journey in the official car brought the Queen to the centrepiece of her visit, the opening of the brand new multi-million-pound Priory Meadow Shopping Centre. She unveiled a new statue, the Spirit of Cricket, to commemorate the site of the former cricket ground on which the centre was built. Then it was away, leaving the town on its unforgettable day. Patrick Muirhead in Hastings for Meridian Tonight.
Nice to see the Queen having a lovely day out. Now we know how to join the Winkle Club.
I always thought you were a loner, Mike.
No, I'm just the little Winkle Club, I'm afraid.
Better stop this.